We are a go. I'm just making sure that it catches up on our stream here. Yes, yes, yes.
Testing, testing, testing.
We're in, baby.
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
That should be something that we do later in another episode. We should, apart from the show, come up with sentences that include every letter of the alphabet that are not that one. I think that would be kind of fun.
Okay, actually, there are several like that because
we're not going to copy them. Is what I'm trying to say.
No, that okay. You want us to just become creative?
Yes, please.
Creativity is at a premium. That's one of my points.
Okay.
For tonight.
Well, then we're gonna need some more subscribers.
We're gonna.
And on that note, welcome to the lounge, live from the lounge.
Welcome.
Here we are in the lounge.
Here we are in the lounge.
And it's weirdly sepia tone today. And I don't know why. So we're just going to kind of roll with it. It complements our purple sort of backdrop.
It's because I don't pay you enough as a technician.
Maybe that's it.
It's what? If I paid you more, you'd be more competent.
Maybe that's right.
But that's not going to happen. So just keep up.
Sepia tone it is. Well, welcome. Artie, hello.
Hello, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
You are very colorful this evening.
Yes, I am.
You're green and pink and yellow, and you look like an explosion that has just occurred and is now waiting to kill you.
Okay.
But in slow motion.
But it's friendly.
It's in a good way.
I think it's meant to be friendly. I agree that tie-dye looks like a disaster.
You don't. I love tie-dye. It's from my generation.
It's very nice, but it does look like a disaster. It looks like a mistake. But it's one of the friendliest looking things at the same time. You know, so there's something to be said for that.
Did you ever do spin art?
Yes, very young.
Right.
In like elementary school, probably first or second grade.
Put the stuff on a wheel.
Yeah, that's something
thrown off by gravity.
Right. When the weather is nice, they do it because you can go outside in the lawn, in the school lawn, and do it out in the grass, so that you're not destroying the carpeted, first grade floor.
I would like to start by saying February, the worst fucking month on record.
You want to talk about it?
Well, not too much because I've just lived it.
Right.
And it deserves a death.
Sure.
You know, but everything happened to us. COVID me, COVID her.
Yeah.
Passing of my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Very sad.
A lot going on.
And then me being crippled by evil spirits that I cannot find evidence of except in my ability or inability to move.
Sure.
And so now I'm walking around with a stick. When I was in the hospital there, they kept saying, they're commenting on my, look at his stick. What do you do with that? Do you hit people? No.
Did you keep
stupid
checking under the blanket like?
Yeah.
I'm not exposed, am I?
No, I'm.
Were you in the gown
for a brief time? Yes.
Yeah.
When
they
tell you
your ass out and all
when
that?
they tell you, put this around with the opening to the back. Now it's got these strings on it, and I'm thinking, am I supposed to tie a bow in this behind my back? That's kind of a gymnastic or juggling miracle for you to be able to do it.
When you have what you have had, that must have been even harder for you. Oh, you're on fire.
Usually.
That's all right.
Usually.
Usually.
Ask my wife. How many holes in total would you say all my clothing together has? Everything has holes.
Everything. A total of everything.
But what's the average number of holes? 2 to 3.
Per clothing item?
Oh, yeah. That's easy.
How long, and we'll get into a topic in a moment, but let's get on the same level here.
What, my pain isn't the topic?
No, by all means. I'm just saying, like, you have a bunch of shit written down. We should probably get into it. But
we didn't last time.
We didn't at all. How long do you go with holes in your underwear before you decide you need new underwear?
About this decision about needing new underwear.
Interesting. Follow-up question.
Do you experience a need for new underwear?
You know what?
Because
no further question.
I go with basic needs. Hunger, need the warmth. You have a need for new underwear.
I have a need.
I submit that that's like a composite need of some sort.
I have a need to feel, and forgive the turn of phrase here, but I have a need to feel whole.
Mm.
And I don't mean through a hole in my
I
boxers.
know what you mean. WHOLE. And you mean
Correct.
it with regard to, and
Complete.
perforations in your undergarments would mitigate against that.
Preparations.
Perforations.
Perforations.
Not preparations.
Well, either way.
Perforations. So this
Whatever
is,
you want the word to
and
be.
and said perforations would in some way lead you to this peculiar need for new underwear.
Perforations to me sounds like there are like dotted lines to follow where I can create my own holes in the underwear.
All right.
when they
Okay.
are new.
Yes. Okay.
The holes for me are 100% a mistake.
Okay. Well, I throw out underwear whenever. I never throw it away. My wife throws it away.
I can
She
tell by the
says,
way
"This
she's.
is disgusting." And
I can
just
tell
throws
by
it
the
out.
way she's laughing on the other side of the room.
That's what happens. That's what happens. She says, "No, you're not going to wear that,"
Right.
or she just says, "I threw it away,"
You're right.
and I'm insulted.
How
Usually, I'm enraged
dare you.
inside. Fuck.
What do you think are the oldest articles of clothing you own? like old as in you've owned them for a long time. What's the longest owned thing that you own still?
Well, whatever I'm saying, since my wife is sitting over there going,
Yeah. I thought she just had like
I'm
a
going
fly
to
in
say
her mouth.
whatever I say, she's going to countermand. I just know.
Well, that's
Okay.
love, man.
I would say it's love. Love hurts, right? Love is pain. Yeah, it's true. That's proof. Okay.
Mhm.
What I'm saying here is, what comes to mind is I have a denim jacket
Mhm.
somewhere under that pile, don't I, Jackie? 2. I have 2 denim jackets. I do.
This is phenomenal.
No, we have 2. I have 2.
When are they from?
Well, no, I thought I only had 1. So
That second one's a complete mystery.
that's a total. You'll have to prove that to me.
Right.
At any rate, I know of one of the 2
Yeah.
is probably the oldest garment that I have,
Okay.
because it has it's threadbare,
Okay.
and yet it's extremely comfortable.
Is it stained? Have you been like really loose with it, or is it just weathered from?
I think it's
warm?
just weathered from washing,
from being worn and
from
washed.
being worn and burned, and
Sure.
having food stay there for a year. It actually nourishes the jacket. I mean, the jacket has a certain sentience.
Is that
But
right?
you'd have to
Sentient-
talk to it yourself.
Sentience being SCENT in this particular way.
I'm just saying it's pretty old. It's probably 30 years old.
Do you have any?
And now, if you ask me, I have a belt.
I'm asking about anything.
I have one belt that
Uh-huh.
I suspect is older than that.
Wow.
And every once in a while, I take it out and I have it in a loop, and I stretch it out, and it goes, stop! Wind it back up, put it in the closet.
A lot of your clothing items speak to you, don't they?
Don't yours?
Huh.
What? This is new to people? I don't get
What
it.
kind of Disney movie am I living in? This is out. if
I
you'd
saw
like
a Disney
more.
movie the other night I hadn't seen before.
What was it? Was it Wish?
No, it's one of the Marvel things. What was it? The Black Widow.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, she doesn't get enough push.
What does that mean?
I mean, she doesn't.
Enough, like, publicity?
She's right. She doesn't get enough publicity because, first of all, she's a really gorgeous dame who played
Black Widow?
Black Widow. 'Cause
Yeah.
she's the one who played in that thing where her brain expands.
Yes.
And the
Johansson, Scarlett
Johansson.
ScarJo, they call her.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And she's not like she's unusual looking.
In what way do you mean? Why do you feel this way?
One of the things that I learned, it took
she
me
is a
years.
viewer.
It took me years to learn the following
Uh-oh.
answer to that. I don't have to answer questions just because they're put to me.
That is true.
Took me years to learn that.
And good for you for
Mm.
finally getting there. But what is the answer?
The answer is her nose is not perfect.
Oh,
Nose is not perfect.
Do you
would
consider-
only, but still, it does not remove from her. She's a
Overall
good character, and she's not just.
Sure.
not trashy.
Have you ever considered part of yourself to be perfect in any way?
Jackie,
She actually didn't laugh for that one, which is very nice.
perfect, perfect.
Do you consider any part of yourself to be perfect?
Absolutely not a single atom of me
No?
is perfect.
Your brain's nice.
Nice is the
I
enemy.
can't see it.
Nice is the enemy. It's there. Trust me.
I'm talking about like a visual.
I'll show it to you later.
Okay.
Okay. We're close now.
It's in a jar in the other room.
It's in a shoebox.
And it damn well would be.
But it's got a lot of weights on it so it doesn't try to escape. But no, perfect. What is it? Beautiful. It's all the enemy of perfect.
Right.
Perfect has no good definition. Worthwhile trying to measure yourself against.
Perfect is like overrated. Basically, yeah. It's a
extreme.
concept that shouldn't be chased after.
Be more subtle.
Be
right?
more subtle.
In the sense that I don't know what sense.
Well, it's like the diamond thing, right? Like you want more imperfections in a diamond. Because a perfect diamond is easy to find.
Do you know that several cultures embed in their texts mandatory faults, mandatory errors in the stitching?
Oh, I see.
And or the weaving.
Right.
Because
you have to create
they don't want they want a remembrance that we are human.
Sure.
And never going to be fucking perfect.
I was just talking about this. I do tattoos, as you know, and the
folks, you got to see his tattoo. You got to see his tattoo.
The AI what is that called? Uproar, not uproar. The AI
evolution.
The push of it.
Yeah. Okay.
The
rise
of yes.
The rise of the era of
right.
Yeah,
sure.
It is. We are there.
I'm thinking of a more malicious word, but I can't.
Okay, we're in the age of Ultron. It could happen any moment.
Oh God,
it really could.
I just hope. Oh, you said Ultron, not Voltron. I was thinking. Oh, I hope the Power Rangers are here too. But Ultron is different. Voltron is when all the Power Rangers.
Oh.
You know who the Power Rangers are?
Only in the slightest way.
Only in the name you've heard before.
They're different than the Turtles, right?
That's correct, but only barely. If you can believe that. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I know that there's like
I would compare them very similarly.
Rembrandt, the karate doing turtle.
Yes.
And
the
like
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's what they're called.
Rolls off your tongue, dude.
It sure does. TMNT.
I could look at that.
Yeah. The Power Rangers is like a Japanese fighting show with like a team of like I think 5, and they're all very bright colors, and they have robots, and they can because it's Japanese and they love shit like that.
Robots.
So they like go, and they harness these robots. They summon these robots, and then all the robots fit together to make one giant robot, and that robot's called Voltron.
Holy shit.
And that robot does karate.
I know none of this, but I'm not surprised at any of it.
It's incredibly entertaining. The acting is abhorrent, as it should be, and the action sequences are great, and it's great for like all ages. I feel like.
I always looked at we were talking in text about manga. Is that how you say it? Manga,
whatever. Manga. We're in the West, so we can afford to be ignorant.
Okay.
But I believe the proper thing is manga.
Okay, and I can't say that I had consumed much of it in my life because it is at some level identifiable as a cartoon.
Yeah,
and we grow out of cartoons in this culture at a certain age.
Sure, it's similar to manga is the comic book, whereas anime is the cartoon in like Japan and Asian countries and stuff like that. That's
what are we doing with names these days? Are we back
what do you mean?
Are we with our
like
pseudonyms?
Oh, I don't care.
Or our regular names?
You do whatever.
Okay. Well, my dear friend sent me some pictures that have tattooed specific manga characters. Very well done, by the way. How did you do that?
Oh, you're talking about me?
You.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, the thing that you sent. Come on.
The
you should see his shit.
They it's a very thin collection of needles, and it's very small, and it's like
they look like postage stamps to me at first.
Yeah. Well, that's all like shading, like the use of gray in that kind of thing makes them look very graphic, and that's the style. That's how they look in the books and everything like that, and in the anime and all that. It's very graphic, very 2-dimensional. So I draw that a lot, and it helps to like follow the stencil of shapes like that when you are so familiar with drawing it and watching it. I've been watching anime and cartoons my entire life. That kind of thing becomes very easy and second nature to me. But thank you. Tattooing is such a weird medium and very hard to master.
I wanted to ask you a question. I had
Sure.
on a list somewhere a question to ask you that's tangentially related to this. May I?
Let's hear it.
Are there etiquettes associated with tattoos?
Etiquettes?
Etiquettes.
There are.
Etiquettes.
There
Let
are.
me etiquettes. Positive and negative comments about things.
Yeah, certainly. Just like anything else. I mean, it's a
how a schmuck without is supposed to inquire about somebody's.
Yeah.
Whether you should at all inquire.
It's very open-ended. There is no like particular way you're supposed to be. There are maybe expected social elements that surrounding the the topic of tattoos and culture. And it's very regional. It's very by individual beliefs.
I know what I want to ask.
Sure.
We just met.
Yeah.
I see we're both picking up stuff.
Right.
And I see you have tattoos.
Right.
Would you want to be asked?
I would think if you are getting tattoos in visible places, you almost expect to be sometimes.
Okay. So that's
so,
not impolite.
No.
What's that?
Right.
Kind of.
To be asked is not a surprise.
Okay. It's not an invasion.
No, I don't think so. I mean,
that's what I'm worried about.
Maybe for some people, but like, I know with the amount of tattoos that I have visible on my body, not at this moment, but typically, I am going to draw attention. I am different looking. Yes. You know what I mean?
Yes, you are.
But it's the kind of different looking that I chose to do. So like I don't have anything particularly offensive to look at. I don't think.
No,
I think it all kind of goes very well. It's very colorful.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people look at it, especially in my age range, a lot of people look at it and go, oh, I know what that is. And I like that you have that. Or, oh, cool tattoo, So you get a lot of that. A lot of people these days, especially younger people, go, where'd you get that done?
Uh-huh.
And that's what I thrive on. Because I can lie
and do it
and be like, oh, I did this myself. Here's my card. And that's, awesome. Or you can tell the truth and say the real answer. As a tattoo artist, I feel like I'd rather pimp myself out. I got a business to run. You know what I mean?
Now that, folks, is truth.
It's
you can feel truth.
Just
you could smell truth.
Liquid honesty. So yeah, I would rather promote myself, especially right now where I'm trying to build a clientele, which is what it is. I'm not going to do something like that on the internet. I'll do it on my Instagram page. But like typically when I just go out and I see somebody with tattoos, I'll talk them up about it. And this kind of is linking onto your question. I'll go up to them and be like, oh, I really like your tattoos. Where'd you get those done? Oh. And if they say, I kind of listen to how they answer. And if they're like, oh, my artist, blah, 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 I go to him all the time, then I'm probably not going to do the hard sell.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're like, oh, I got this one at blah, 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 and I got this one at blah, 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 I'll be like, that's great. I actually do tattoos, and I love doing tattoos like this. And I would love
Baby, you're a natural.
Tattoo you. It's like kind of...
You need an MBA, though, working with you.
What does that mean? What is that?
I'm an MBA. You need one.
What is that?
I
haven't answered the question.
Jackie, can you believe this? Never mind. I know.
Is that you're saying NBA?
I might as well be.
The National Basketball Association? I'm not tall enough.
MBA stands for Master of Business something.
Cool.
Isn't that right?
I guess it's not Master of Business acronyms.
Master of Business Administration.
Okay, sure. And you're that, and you're offering that service to me?
I was, but...
Oh.
Sure. Yes,
before
yes,
the accident.
I am.
I was until the accident.
Definitively offering those services to you.
Great. So you don't do this thing anymore, and you'd like to do it for me.
Yes, I would.
Very kind. How should I know that you're still good at it? Having only just learned what it is, period.
You shall formulate what you think to be intelligent questions and put them
Perfect segue. What are some of the topics that you have on your
to me. Perfect segue.
little
right?
signage there?
I still am amazed by this. This is like out of left field.
Okay.
That is it known or relatively unknown that the song "The Boxer," Paul Simon,
Mhm.
has a verse in it that they almost never do, ever, ever, ever.
Is it commonly known? I don't know. I know it's not known by me. The Boxer is a song that I know is big, but I couldn't possibly recite for you.
Okay, that's fine.
It's one of those songs where
Everybody our age can.
yeah. It's one of those songs where I hear it and I go, "Oh, this song."
Yes.
But when you say "The Boxer" by Paul Simon, I don't think nothing comes to mind,
Nothing comes to mind.
which is really interesting because I do like Paul Simon's music a lot.
I am just a poor boy, though my story's seldom told.
Yeah.
I have squandered my resistance
What's the chorus?
for a pocket. La la la, la 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 la, la la la, la 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 la
Oh,
la
sure.
la.
Yes. It sounds very right.
Yeah,
And
Kind of-
so on.
kind of a Western S&M sound to it.
That's a very big genre right now.
Western S&M.
Yeah. We're in an era of very sex positive music.
Okay,
You
give me an
will-
example of that.
You will have no doubt found some yourself. You listen to Pink. You
I
listen
love
to
Pink.
you listen to Nicki Minaj.
I love Nicki Minaj. Well, I half love Nicki Minaj.
There are certain songs of Nicki Minaj's that you like.
Yes.
And the songs that you've shown me that you like, I wouldn't even particularly call the sex positive ones, which is kind of funny. But yes, we're in
they're sad. They're sad. It's like
I know she has some emotional ones out there.
kind of like
Anaconda, if you've ever heard Anaconda, that's a
yes.
it's a very emotional one.
So
but
yes, these okay. So my enjoyment of that level of pop
yeah,
means
means that you have probably heard things adjacent to it, such as
oh fuck yeah.
yeah,
I mean
such as Charlie XCX.
I know Charlie XCX.
There you go. She is huge on like sex positive music and expressing yourself and
Okay. Okay.
owning your body and blah 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 and all this stuff. And it's great. It's cool. It's cool, positive stuff.
Where did this is not necessarily in any way pornographic,
Yeah.
but where does the song fall on that spectrum? The one that is A B C D E F U and
Oh,
your family
sure.
and your mother and your
Right.
dog and your fucking
That's
you know,
like
it's
like
like
2 years ago, I think. I used to hear that in Walgreens all the time. That
and the chorus, my wife is like, "Fuck you."
yeah, basically, it might as well be.
That's the chorus. Where does that fall?
Like genre wise,
Yeah.
I'd call that still in the pop
Hmm.
kind of genre. It's,
Okay.
because I know pop
No
to
sexual
be
anything, just language.
yeah.
Okay.
I consider pop to just be popular music, like
Me
just,
too.
just like the hits. And
Me
that was a hit.
too. The hits.
Yeah.
That's it. That's a hit.
Outside of that, I would maybe call it alternative.
I'm trying to remember Charlie XCX. I discovered her maybe 5 years ago.
She's been around a while, yeah.
Right? You know what? And
Mhm.
I'm trying to remember the one tune. Probably
She's
the
got the
biggest tune.
I crashed my car into a bridge. I don't care. I don't care. I love it. That's a great one. That's the first
Who's
one.
good? Who would you put on your pop list?
Who's
Meaning,
popular right now
who's
that I like?
popular to you?
Oh, no one right now.
No one. Oh my God.
Not really.
What are you?
Well,
what are
hold
you?
I'll think about it. I think Tame Impala, who I've shown you,
Okay.
Tame Impala has had
yeah.
a couple of great hits, a couple of really good albums. I think the Gorillaz are really good. Who you've undoubtedly heard some stuff from them on the radio
Okay.
without knowing that it was them. The Gorillaz are very good. I love some of the new female pop stars,
That's
such
who I
as
want.
Charlie XCX,
Charlie
such
XCX.
as
Oh, okay. Okay. all right.
Chapel Rowan,
Okay.
who you've heard a few songs from,
Yep.
Sabrina Carpenter, who does that Please 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 song.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. She just put out a remake of it with Dolly Parton featured in it, and it's wonderful. Dolly Parton is like in her late 70s, early 80s.
Still has a voice.
I mean, yeah,
Dolly
you
Parton.
could tell they kind of overproduce it
Okay.
to
yeah.
make it sound like smoother than an 80-year-old woman singing a country song, but it's definitely not the worst thing I've ever heard. There are
Yeah.
people a third of her age that sound much worse.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
Yes, I do.
she still sings
She's
like
like
a
one
bird.
of the 3 best voices I've ever heard.
She's an incredible, she's an incredible talent, definitely. And I think she still does shows and everything.
See, now I feel like we just slipped into a TV Guide review, show review.
You think so?
I did, and it felt terrible. It's like, wait a minute.
Let's get out of it. Let's get out of it. Let's get out of it.
Stop!
Yeah.
Ah,
Well,
I can't-
what's popular music to you? What do you listen to right now?
Well, I have to tell you, you've given me like maybe a good quarter of all the music that I like.
I listen to a lot of music.
It's like amazing. Some
a
of
hobby
that
of mine.
shit, you know. I'm in love with Tavlo.
Oh, Tavlo is fantastic. Yeah,
I'm just in love with Tavlo.
really good stuff.
Um,
You might like. I keep wanting to say it's Sierra Mist. That's not what it is. That's the soda. Sylvan Esso is their name.
remind me later.
I will. I
Oh,
will try.
please,
As a matter of fact,
please,
I
that
may
would
even just
be-
send you a link now.
Okay,
but,
that would be nice. That would be
Yeah, Sylvan
Fine.
Esso, I think you might really like. But anyway, yeah, that's what I would consider. Yeah, so Tavlo is big on your
big on
list.
my list. Pink is big on my list.
Pink is great.
Yeah, you don't like Pink.
Pink is fine. I don't like.
Fine.
I don't like
the
a lot of.
curse. The curse. How is that, Charlie? It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, yeah. That's like how our
Yeah.
lives are.
Okay, thank you for the inspiration.
Right. I love that. Yeah, but you know what? You have to appreciate people like that because you'll know when they really don't like something. You know what I mean? If that's as high as the spectrum goes for this is great, I love it, is fine. When they really don't like something, you'll
Wow, you'll know.
totally know.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So there's something to be said for that.
Okay.
Have you ever had that problem where you just can't tell how someone is feeling no matter how many questions you ask them?
Actually, every time I think I know, I'm surprised and kicked in the balls. So I would not presume to put on the notion that I have superior knowledge.
Hence the walking stick.
What is this for? Defense against old women.
Right.
That's what did you think it was for? You know, people
I-
are so cruel. They're
I
so-
love people that have absolutely no problem saying exactly how they feel.
Isn't it shocking though? It's like
It
cold
is.
water.
But I love it.
It's like
I love it. I'm in a band. I've been playing drums in a band recently. And the bassist of the band, everybody in the band is very, very nice, and I like everybody. And there's no but. It's just everyone in the band is really nice. The bassist in the band has what I'm talking about, this quality that I'm talking about, where he unabashedly just feels his opinion. And it is what it is. We were doing a song, we're practicing a song where everybody in the band gets a solo.
mhm.
And we do a solo for like 2 bars. And then we move on to the next one, and then blah, blah, blah. And it's like a fun thing we think the audience will enjoy to, highlight everyone in the band. And, it's still like a fun, upbeat song, so they're dancing. And we finished the song in practice, and I look up at everybody and I go, did everyone have a good time? Is everybody really enjoying that song? Because I really like it. Everybody around the room, the bassist is the last one. Oh, yeah, it's great. Oh, yeah, I'm having a good time. Oh, my God, the solos are so much fun. And then I'm like, what do you think? And he's like, I hate it. I hate it. I don't like doing it. And I was like, oh, and everyone in the room was like, oh, okay. Do you want to not do it? He goes, no, if everyone's having a good time, that's great. I would rather everyone enjoy doing it, and the energy is great. As
To
an
which everybody
audience-
said in their hearts, "You spoiled it for us now.
Right.
You fucked it up."
No, he was like, as an audience member, I really don't like watching songs like this happen.
The truth should be used while entirely awake,
Right.
and with recognition of its potential as a weapon.
Sure. But this was a pretty harmless thing. It's just him expressing his opinion on a couple of minutes of a performance that we're doing. And that's no big deal. But then we're thinking about band names, and the same thing. We're talking about different band names. And what do you think of that? It's fine, take it or leave it. What do you think about that? Yeah, I like it. It's cool. Ask the bassist. Hate it. I don't like it.
Does
And then
he
when-
say more than that?
He usually, if asked, yes, but otherwise he's like, no, I don't like that. And I love that. I absolutely love that because you don't have to wonder. There's no sense of
I
like,
think I would find it difficult to get along with such a person.
these are two negative examples.
Okay.
There are positive ones too, where there will be a band name where we'll look at him after asking everybody else and he'll be like, yeah, that's awesome. I really like how that sounds. I think that would go good with our band. You know what I mean? And it's the same kind of fulfillment as a person waiting for a response where you're either getting full positive or full negative, but it's nothing in between. It's never like, take it or leave it. He's just like, no, I don't like that. Or, yeah, I like that very much. And that's awesome. I think that's great. And as somebody that feels so much of that gray area where I can almost not even be bothered to sway in either direction, I really admire.
There always has to be a Minority Report.
Sure.
Remember the movie? I mean,
Right,
there has to be.
Right.
Or else there's no change in anything.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate people like that because they make my job as an anxious thinker easier.
Yes.
Because now I'm not wondering if you have any ulterior motives with your answer.
No, you're very clear.
Yes.
Clarity is usually at a premium.
Right, exactly. It's true.
You know,
So
you pay for clarity.
Yeah, when you can find the people where money is no object,
Nah.
they are very special. So I really like people like that.
Mm.
Oh, I'm gonna move this
Am I
towards you. No, you're all good. You're all good. I'm just moving it towards you.
Okay, well, I happen to. So anyway,
We're
another
at-
time maybe I'll sing that song. So for the record,
The Boxer?
not just the piece of it that I think that nobody knows.
Oh, sure. I would love
You
I would
know,
love that.
That
That might have been like a 15-minute tangent away from that, if I'm honest.
It's probably this is why we never get through any of the list. It's
No,
all right.
I know. But we'd like this to be an hour, if we're being as honest with you as possible,
Yes,
whoever may watch.
but
So we're about halfway through that at this point.
I
So
want
we
to
have plenty of time still.
I want to have a complaint here.
Love those.
I'm still trying to learn Spanish,
Okay.
and it's been like 5 years. And
It's
I
eluding you.
don't fucking know Spanish. Not even close. Not even close.
But you know
I know more than you do.
you know more than I do.
Okay,
You may
but
not know enough for your liking, but you
It's
know
not enough to do what you want to do with the language.
what do you want to do with the language.
Use it
Speak
to
it.
all of its. Speak it first of all, but even more importantly, understand it.
Right. Right.
Because I'm 5 years in, and like,
Yeah.
But I was sitting and I was writing today. This is the problem, or a quantitative example.
Okay.
Right. For every verb, you have an infinite number of kinds of tenses that we all use. No, that many use to describe characteristics of that verb, whatever it is, a thing, a walk, swim, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I started writing down, to learn a language, I know what all of these mean. I have, I had, I will have, I was having, I would have had, I could have had, I will be having, I might have had, I am having, I would have been having, I might have been having, I can have, I must have had, I must have been having, I shall have, I couldn't have, I shouldn't have, and I mustn't have.
That's all?
That's. Do you agree every one of those has its own separate, nuanced meaning?
Yes.
Now imagine that times a bunch more verbs.
No.
That's why I haven't learned any
I
fucking
choose not to.
thing. That's why.
And from what I know about Latin-based languages, which isn't much, and far less than you, those are, the different verbiages of all that are usually symbolized by like just a vowel change. No?
That is an incorrect assessment.
You remember when I said I knew a lot less than you?
Yes. Well, you proved it. I
Yes.
accept your
Scientific
premise.
Scientific method.
But
I had a hypothesis.
this is why I don't know. So I'm thinking, I'm this old and I want to learn the language, and I've invested 5 years in it.
Yeah.
Like not every day. That's a problem. You learn a language by being
Consistency
immersed,
is key.
and I'm not immersed.
Consistency is very important. I
Right.
also think that
but I work at it every day.
I think that it being one of the main and only things that you do would be a very important way to ensure more significant progress.
And that's a problem because I do a lot of
You
things.
do a lot of
I
things,
do a lot of
you know?
things. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to give up more anything else.
Right, you're a
Nah.
busy guy. You're a hobby hoarder.
I'm a hobby hoarder.
No, in
It's
a
true,
way,
I really
you
am.
do too many fun little things. You you love your fun little things.
You know, I had a funless childhood, and I'm making up for a lost time.
Right.
Believe me.
Yeah. I mean, cool.
You know, who would have thought I could buy my own telescopes now?
Oh, it's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
You know,
Do you use a telescope often?
I did. No, I don't have one,
Oh,
but I used one as a kid,
okay.
and I had immense pleasure conferred onto me from that little bit of technology.
Right.
And I read about how they ground lenses, the first lens makers, and
Gee.
stuff like that.
So you like got
And-
into it.
Yeah, a little bit. And no, we went into what they call the difference between the refracting and the reflecting.
Yeah.
Um,
So you've been a nerd for a long time.
little bit, but you know, it was my interest. To satisfy my interest would have cost thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Yes, I want a Celestron microscope,
Sure.
and it's add in telescope.
hmm
Yes, I want to see to the end of the universe now.
Right. Right.
You're 9. Shut the fuck up. Go finish your dinner.
Yeah.
You know.
Here's a Batman toy. One of the arms is missing
Yes, that's right. You'll like it anyway.
because I found it.
That's right.
Yeah, I get it.
It's a cruel world, man.
It sure as hell is, man.
Yeah.
But someone's got to live in it, and it might as well be us.
So
You're on fire again. It's out though.
I don't even have any holes in this shirt,
Not yet.
so I have to balance later. You
But
know,
the night is young.
the night is young.
Isn't that one of the? Did you memorize those French phrases
No,
on your?
that was something.
I love that one. I've never. What is it? I've never murdered
No.
anyone, but the night is young.
No, that was something I learned to say in Spanish.
Oh, was it Spanish? I thought it was French.
No he matado nadie, pero la noche es joven.
Hmm. It's so
That's what
romantic when you say
that's-
it like that.
I no he matado nadie. I have not killed anybody, pero la noche está joven, but the night is young.
It almost sounds German for some reason.
Well, maybe because I don't know how to say it.
Maybe.
Maybe you're
Maybe because I'm trying to learn German also.
grammatically imperfect Spanish, you know.
Sure.
But that's it. So I'm frustrated by this idea that okay, still haven't learned it, and I don't want to put any more energy in.
I was gonna say, I
that's
think
the other problem.
If you don't give up
And
any
how
of-
old do I have? Am I going to get to be before I can speak it?
Sure. I mean, yeah, if you don't give up any of your other fun little
No.
things, you're probably not going to make the progress that you want in the time that you would prefer.
Do you know what Trex is?
A Star Trek cereal? Trex Mix?
No.
Then no.
No. Never mind. Never mind.
Why? Why not?
Why? No.
Why can't I know now?
No. You cannot know the truth of anything.
I'll Google it.
You Google it. No, you think you got.
I'm looking it up.
I'll Google it.
Is
What
it-
is the meaning of everything?
Is it TREX?
Yeah, Trex. It's a kind of material. It's a wood-looking building material.
It's premium decking and railing,
Yeah,
designed for
That's
distinctive spaces.
and it looks like wood. And the dog. The most important thing here is that the dog will not destroy it,
Okay, wonderful.
because is that not the main goal? Yeah, the main goal is.
So did you buy some of this recently?
Yes, we bought some of it today,
Oh, okay.
and it'll be delivered. It's like 12-foot long planks.
Are you going to build something with it? Is it
Yes,
material
you know the
can
bench that's
modify?
right outside here on the other
Sure.
side of this
Yeah,
wall?
yeah, yeah.
I have to rebuild that bench.
Ah, because your dog destroyed it?
Because he's trying, it's ugly, and my wife wants it to happen.
Okay,
Most importantly, the latter.
fair enough. I think that's a wonderful reason to do anything. Your wife wishes it to be done.
My wife wishes it to be done. It's very fortunate for me that many of the things that my wife wishes to have done, I am happy to do.
Yeah.
It's an unlikely circumstance that
Yeah.
has fallen to my benefit.
Well, good for
But
you.
isn't that a horrible list? So you saw that list, right? That I read off, like all the ways of simply saying to have.
Right.
Isn't that ridiculous? And
It
then,
is ridiculous.
And then none of the rules are regular. This is why I loved programming.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as, the exceptions. There's no such thing as fucking exceptions.
There must be.
It's like absolutely pure.
Programming in other languages, the commands are in the other languages, right?
No.
Are they all in English? Always?
Have you looked at program code?
Yeah, kinda. I don't know very much about it, but I know there's
Okay.
some like full words in there, aren't there?
There are some full words. They're almost always in English.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Huh.
I thought so too.
I was just so
Almost
curious about that.
always in English,
Hmm.
right? But it's like a prerequisite that
Yeah.
is not spoken about. But still, the code itself doesn't have all the vagaries of any human language,
Sure.
right? So
Right.
once and for all, this is how you do it.
Yeah. I guess that's why they
Yeah.
refer to code as a language in itself. Like Python is a
You
language.
know
or
Python.
C# is a language, like a programming language that you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard that before. That
It's
makes
used
sense.
to communicate with something else,
Right.
makes it a language,
Right.
right?
Right. And you use it to command things and request things. And et cetera,
Just
et
like,
cetera,
please
so-
bring me a coffee
Right.
and make it hot this time.
There is a point that is being made.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. There's a sender and a receiver.
Oh.
Huh.
So
Pick
we-
another line on that
we-
thing there.
okay, we started talking about creativity like really early,
Sure.
right? And I'd seen something on television and actually paid attention. It's rare. Jackie, do you remember this thing about the 15 shows? Oh, the 15 biggest grossing movies
Oh. Like of all time.
all time.
I think
Right
like
now,
3
that
of
are
them
out
are...
now.
Oh.
Biggest grossing movies, the top 15 of them
Okay.
are all either sequels or brand relative,
Sure,
just-
like brand affiliated.
or there's a third category there. There was nothing that wasn't.
Well, let's look that up. I'm curious.
Please, say 15. I don't know, 15 top grossing movies.
The top 15.
Grossing movies.
Yeah, let's see. 15 top grossing movies. Had you seen any of them?
I don't know. I didn't hear the list.
Okay. I'm gonna go on
If
Box
it's
Office.
streamed, I might see it.
Box Office Mojo.
If it's streamed, I might see it. But I don't know if a find of that list would itself tell you.
Well, let's see. The top one ever is Avatar. James Cameron's Avatar.
Okay.
With the blue people.
Yeah, I remember.
You've seen that?
Yeah, I've seen half of it.
Do you
didn't
think
care
that
for
that is worthy of being the top grossing movie of all time?
No, I don't believe it. It is. I can't
I
believe it is.
Instantly forgot about that movie.
I mean, it's yeah.
I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but
No.
like
You're
that came
even
out in-
crueler than I am.
that came out in 2009.
I couldn't believe it won the thing of the year.
Sure, I
Yes,
was
why
I
is
was
that?
like conscious in 2009, and I remember seeing that movie. I think in theaters, and
Yeah.
walking away from it and being like, "That was fine." And then it was the top grossing movie of all time, and they made a second one, and they're making
I
a
know.
third one, and the second one is the
Maybe,
third
look,
most grossing movie of all
Maybe
time.
this is just that it goes. For me, they take it beyond my point of my own ability to suspend my disbelief.
Sure,
It's still a fucking cartoon.
Yeah, in a lot of ways,
You know,
definitely. I
it's
just thought
not-
it wasn't anything super spectacular.
No, there was nothing.
I didn't think it was breaking the mold of anything.
But it won
It won a lot.
of the year.
Yeah.
No, it's of the year that it was made.
It's almost up to $3 billion.
Now,
In
I
a-
would
in
have
a
thought
lifetime gross.
the biggest grossing thing would be something like Jaws.
Jaws is not even a whisper on the list.
What's on the list besides?
You got Avengers Endgame.
Oh, okay. The whole Marvel suite is fantastic.
Well,
whole-
yeah,
it
and
really is,
a bunch
so-
of them are on here. The
Ho-
Titanic, the third James Cameron movie.
Oh,
Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens,
Oh,
which I
for
find
crying-
to be insane.
Is
That
it
was
good?
no, that
No,
was the
terrible.
worst one.
Yeah.
Um,
I just saw one.
what's that?
I forget what its name was already,
Oh,
but I saw it. I saw it, and it's like
a newer one?
I couldn't. I think it might have been a newer one,
Okay.
and in it was what's his name? Good old what's his name? I'll never forget old what's his name. Come on, help me here.
Did you watch it with him? Oh, I can't help you.
Come on, Harrison Ford. No,
Yeah.
Harrison Ford.
Yeah,
Harrison
but
Ford.
older Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford. Fuck. Did you watch this? He fucking dies in this.
Yes,
Okay,
that'll
that's
be a
the one.
spoiler, but also it's been out for a while, so if you haven't seen it by now, whatever. And also, you're probably not watching this. Who cares?
Okay.
Han Solo, yes, Han Solo is killed.
Han Solo is
in-
killed finally. Then
Yeah,
and then
and I believe this one, The Force Awakens.
and okay, yes, and then the cryptic, very tiny end there
Yeah,
where he finds him,
right.
and it's the first guy,
Yeah.
not Han Solo,
Luke Skywalker.
Luke Skywalker.
Right. Yeah, that's all cliffhanger shit. And that so episode
And it
7
didn't grab me. It didn't grab me. in the
episode 7
slightest
and
way.
on is when Disney was in charge of it.
Okay.
So there's a certain like energy to it now that people are like, this is like these are all just gonna be you could see the ending from a mile away type movies.
Okay. Yeah.
The only exception being Rogue One, which is technically
Which
between episodes 3 and 4.
Everybody keeps saying that I should see that
Rogue
one
One is
separately.
very good.
Okay.
That's the only one under the Disney,
umbrella.
Yeah, umbrella that I think was actually fucking great.
Okay.
I just thought it was great. It's essentially like
It's funny. Sometimes the monster wakes up and
Yeah.
makes something good and then goes back to sleep to the usual shit.
yeah. Some of the Pixar stuff lately, Pixar, the 3D
Yeah,
animated movies.
yes.
I know you're not like a huge cartoon fan, but I love them. And Pixar was on a hot streak for probably over a decade, and then in recent years has fallen off
Is that right?
significantly. Yeah. Like
I love. I'll tell you. All the Shrek shit. Love,
DreamWorks,
love it.
not Pixar.
Okay, hold on.
You're just talking about cartoons you like.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm just trying to. There's really not that many.
Avatar.
No,
Exactly. Why is it number
No,
1 on
I
the
don't know.
list?
I don't
I
believe
don't
everything
get
I
it.
read the first time.
I do.
If it's so out of my, how could I be that wrong? Me.
Oh man, there's no reason to ever think that you're that right.
Well, that's true.
You just have to.
Thank you
kinda-
for whipping my self-esteem.
I come to you with realism, and
Oh
that's
no,
all.
isn't it real? Oh, more realism. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
I know.
Wait
it's
a minute. I'm looking here. Enough on my Spanish failure.
shame.
We're gonna have one more hour of light in about 5 days.
I know.
That one was.
I'm
That's
excited about that.
terrific.
I'm already. It's
Terrific.
that time of year now where I'm already seeing the days get longer. I'm already
You
noticing.
feel it. You feel
Yeah,
it
yeah.
already.
Yeah, because like 5 o'clock rolls around and there's still some light.
Still a little bit of light.
The sun's setting around
I
like
can't
6
wait.
now.
Can't wait to sit on my garage port
Yeah, right.
and enjoy people.
I know. We're gonna start a garden this year, some vegetables and all that. I'm very
Wow.
excited.
I love Despicable. This is the one I was trying to think of.
Despicable
Thanks.
Me. The
The
Minions.
whole series, the whole Minion shit.
You love that.
I love that.
Why do you
the
love that?
They're so cute. Come on, Gru. Are you for real? Why do you love that? And his little pink children. Are you for real? I love the Monster Inc.
Monsters Inc. is fantastic.
That's-
That's Pixar.
Okay.
That's Pixar at their prime. That's like Monsters Inc. is
who
one of
else?
the
Oh,
best.
I love the Dracula shit.
Dracula shit.
Transylvania, blah blah blah.
Oh, yeah, the
Hotel Transylvania.
Yes.
That's got a couple of parts, doesn't it? 3 or
Yeah.
4 parts.
right.
We love it. Am I right?
That's
A
great.
game the ball. We love them.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
So I can't say that I don't like the cartoons.
yeah, fine.
you
I
know.
just know you're not as like you're not looking for them.
I'm not looking for
You
them.
happen upon them, and you're
That's-
like,
that's
I either like
true,
that
yeah.
or I did.
I
and
still
that's
never
fine.
saw what are the ice something.
Ice Age.
No. Oh, I saw that.
Ice Age. is
Ice
fine.
Age and Ice Age Meltdown.
Sure.
See,
Fine.
what I mean is, there's a couple. I don't know, Hawaiian stuff.
Like Moana.
Moana.
Sure.
Never
That's
saw that.
that's Pixar as well.
And
That was one of the last good Pixar ones.
and a ninja girl of some sort.
Ninja Girl.
I don't know. Okay, well, that was just a character that I hung there on.
That epidural's
hook.
hitting, baby.
I wish it was. I wish I could have just
I wish it would.
squeeze
Oh,
this
yeah.
little.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Old age is not for the faint of heart. Let
Yeah.
me tell you.
Yeah.
You know, that's okay. It still seems there are enough reasons to get out of bed,
That's right.
but most of the reasons consist of I gotta pee. You know, so that's like kind of it's like my will is redirected by my natural needs, and
Mm.
I don't have a hand in it. So
That's okay. You're still an animal.
I'm still an animal. I
You're-
am still an animal.
You're an injured
I
animal.
am a human being.
It was the elephant?
Elephant Man.
Elephant Man. Elephant
That's
Man.
right.
That's what it was. I got
Very
it
good.
mixed with the Thing.
Very good.
I haven't even seen that, and I knew what it was.
So I had done a sad thing in retrospect on I think it was Box Count of Our Day.
Okay.
You know, grabbed the movie and you let me pick the movie. That was a mistake.
Why?
Yeah, well, because I recognized in retrospect that it would be dated.
Oh,
But-
certainly dated.
Dated by but I felt like you should have to see this movie because it's a classic. And
Yeah.
that's stupid.
And what movie
That's
was it
stu-
again?
It was Forbidden Planet.
Forbidden Planet.
Right?
No, that was the one we watched the first time.
Yeah. But I realized
was
next
great.
time I'll another shot at that. I
Sure.
think I am more where we would need to be.
Okay, sure. Box Count of Our Day is a holiday that we celebrate. It's the celebration of the great.
I would not attempt to explain this.
I will.
You're
I got
the
it.
only possessor of this
It's
knowledge.
it's the
Go ahead.
I'm
I
trying
fucking dare you.
the only word I can't. Oh, Eskimo. The great Eskimo knight, Sir Box Count.
Sir Box Counter.
We don't know when he went missing, but we know it was a long time ago.
Yes.
The only knight of the Eskimo culture, the only one they had, really going and
no one knows
defending.
where he went, and the mail is piling up.
right.
You know.
And yeah, UFOs. Everybody thinks it's UFO, so now there's a holiday surrounding this event where the great Sir Box Count was abducted by aliens.
I hope somebody's taking notes.
And they don't even know when it was, which is why we celebrate the second Saturday of December every year. And that's what it is. There's no official date. It's just the second Saturday.
He made me put this on his calendar.
That's right.
On my calendar.
Part of Box Count of Our Day is at the end of the holiday, you mark next year's Box Count of Our Day.
It's true, and you must do it.
Yeah, and you
Mhm.
celebrate by watching a sci-fi film and eating ice cream
You
in
think this-
honor of the abduction of an Eskimo knight.
You think the world's religions pretty much started this way?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
I got a story, Joe. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear this. Wait a minute.
Do
This
you have
is
any
guy.
idea how popular opioids were in the time?
Must be.
Because
Must
I
be.
barely am. Because I would not even close to it being there, but you're pretty close.
To being
At the-
opioid.
To being around when this stuff was becoming popular.
That's true, but
Christianity and all that.
I'm not exactly the 2,000-year-old man, but
Well, you don't
I
look
do
a day
have-
over 1500.
thank you very much. I do have my own proportion of Neanderthal chromosomes.
I was going to say sensibilities.
Mhm.
Yeah, hey,
Thank you.
We're
Thank
still-
you for the support.
you're still an animal. As we said, you're still an animal.
Well, I would like to know whether this would be an appropriate place to lodge a complaint to all the women in the world. probably-
Seeing as your wife is leaving the room, I would say yes.
This is good time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
you're
is the
right. Holy shit.
perfect time.
Wow.
And
How
no
did I
better
do
time.
that?
No better time than the last 5 minutes of our show.
The
So you
last
might as
5
well.
minutes of our show.
You might as well.
I think all the women in the world should reconsider that they have the fate of the planet in their hands and that there are monsters roaming the planet,
Mm.
mostly men, mostly untouchable men, that should be euthanized in their sleep. Now, most of the women in the world, well, they'll be sharing the beds with these monsters.
Yeah.
And the
They
reason
have
I
an
point
opportunity.
the
is what
reason
you're
I
trying to
point
say.
that out is that they have the best chance
Right.
of fixing this situation.
Right. Real quick, since this is an internet show, would you just look into the camera and say, I do not condone the act of murder?
I do not condone or recommend the act of murder to anyone. Let me be specific.
Right.
If you don't understand that, I can say it in another language.
Yes.
But
And that's about as well as you know Spanish.
and that's about as well as I know Spanish.
Enough to save yourself.
But I'm going to say that I believe in theorizing,
Sure.
and I believe that in some theoretical context, what I just said was completely right.
Right.
That
You're entitled to
therefore
your opinion.
I'm entitled to my opinion.
We should exercise our ability to speak freely while we still have it. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been live from the lounge. Thank you for watching and for joining us. And we'll see you whenever we see you again.
Hopefully soon.
Hopefully soon.
Okay.
Mwah!
Mwah.